In 2 hours, the turkey's in the oven. We're ready to go ahead and flip it so that the breast is breast side up. Just going to warn you, it's kind of hard to pull the turkey out, so we'll see how this goes. That is one heavy bird. It is a 22-pound bird, so it's going to take about 4.5 hours to cook. So this is with the wings up. I'm going to go ahead and use my basting mixture, which I made some more. Remember, it had that chicken stock and the, I did the Chardonnay wine from Bogle. I had a whole onion in here and the garlic, thyme and rosemary, a little bit of sage. Okay, now it's time to flip. And I am quite nervous, I will admit, hoping that the cheesecloth will come with it nicely. All right, whew. And yes, I'm using brand new clean oven mitts. They were out of the turkey mitts when I went to go look for them. Just want to reposition it straight onto the roaster. Okay, so I'm going to put that cheesecloth, make sure it goes back down around the bird. Okay, we'll get that wing sitting back inside. So you just need to have a little patience, and you know, my big thing is I don't want to drop it. Okay, now I'm going to take the basting and we're going to go right on top of the cheesecloth. The cheesecloth is going to keep the breast nice and moist. It's going to allow those herbs to go straight down in and to really soak in. And if you can see on the bottom, all of our root vegetables are nice and toasty, and they're going to be nice and mushy for our gravy. Okay, so this is ready to go back into the oven. It still has 2 more hours. I'm basting about every 30 minutes to an hour. 30 minutes when I remember, and an hour when I don't. So don't worry about always being perfect, because it's going to come out and taste wonderfully. Hi, it's been 4.5 hours. The bird is done. It's registered 180 degrees on the meat thermometer. Very important. I'm going to go ahead and take it out, and we're going to rest it for 30 minutes before we start carving. It's a little heavy, so everybody pray don't drop it. Look at how nice and golden brown this turkey is. It is perfect. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let it rest for 30 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and start the gravy. You take your 1 cup of chicken stock with 1/3 cup of flour and mix that well together. Then we're going to strain all the juice that's on the bottom of this and add to it. It's going to be a very delicious gravy. It's going to come straight from the turkey, so it's going to taste amazing. See you back in 30 minutes. Okay, it's 5 hours later. Chaos has erupted. People are hungry and they want this turkey. So we are going to carve it. I'm taking it out of the roaster onto a nice clean cutting board. The first thing I'm going to do is cut the legs. I had the wire, I actually use cotton twine that has a little bit of wire in it. It just makes it a little bit easier for me. Just cut those right off. And I've already had requests for these legs from the little kids. So, normally this is my dad's job, but this year he has requested that I do it. So don't laugh. This will be the first time I am carving a turkey, although I carve a chicken all the time, but I don't think they're the same. Alright, so we're going to take the legs off first, come all the way down. And it would be so great if I had a serving platter right here. So, okay, that's coming off quite nicely. Look at how beautiful this turkey leg turned out. Let me show you on the camera. It's huge. I really don't think my 8-year-old niece is going to eat this entire piece. So I'm just going to set it over to the side while we wait for that carving. Oh, here it comes. Here's the platter. Perfect. Excellent. I think we might need a bigger platter because that's quite huge. I'm going to turn the turkey because you want to get the legs and the wings off first before we start cutting into. I love how nice and sharp these knives are. Make sure all of your knives are sharp before you start any of these big preparations. And it's just falling off the bone, which is wonderful. Those are huge. This was a very, very big bird. Okay, so next I'm going to go ahead and start carving the breast. You want to hold the breast down with your tongued fork, and you're going to cut towards yourself. Start, and you're just going to make a nice soft cut in. You don't need to cut it all the way through. You're going to just cut it into slices, and then I'll show you how to do it at the end. So we're just cutting nice big slices of turkey breast. This is Christy Trimmer with Orange Dragonfly, and we are ready to sit down and eat Thanksgiving dinner. So this is half of the turkey carved. It's not all of it because we're so hungry. We're going to get going. So you've got I always do the 2 drumsticks in the center, white meat, dark meat. But thank you so much for taking this journey with me today as I make my first Thanksgiving for my family. And I cannot wait to see the oohs and ahs from my turkey and brining recipes. Christy with OrangeDragonfly.com.